Yeah.
The Croydon Community Foodstore is an independent food bank which provides free food to local people faced with money problems.
Some cereals, yeah?
24% of Croydon's population live below the poverty line. The growing number of food banks in the UK can be their only resource of food.
So what we give them is equivalent to 3 days worth of food. So that's 3 days worth of breakfast, lunch and dinner. It would have a mixture of cereal, pastas, rice, beans, tinned meats and fish, soups, vegetables, things that they could make up a complete meal with. Things like jam. So for people who don't take cereal, for example, they might take a jam so that they can have a bit of toast in the morning or something like that.
It is now widely recognised that children are being affected by the severe lack of money to buy food.
There are a small part of the population in the Western world and in London who don't have the budget, for whom it is a survival issue, who don't have the money to spend on food. I saw that with the school food plan in schools. You had children coming in hungry and being fed by teachers, and not enough is being done, I don't think, to make sure that we catch that small but very important part of the population.
The lack of funds to pay their bills is another concern that independent food banks face, which could lead to their closure.
We're finding it quite difficult. Although the food comes in, you know, the community is brilliant with getting food. If I put a Twitter out and say we're low of food, or I tell some of the churches that we're dealing with that we're low of food, they will always ensure that we've got food, and public will come in and they will drop food. But it's a case of there's volunteers in here, they need to be managed, there's telephone bills to be paid, dustbin bills to be paid, and you know, all of those things, you know, to cater for those and then have to think about myself and my family, I'm finding it quite hard.
The locals who attend the Croydon Community Foodstore not only see it as a place to meet, eat and talk, but also to receive first aid. The Croydon Community Foodstore is a beacon of hope to the local community. The volunteers hope it can obtain funding to continue its work. Amanda Rooney, ELL+, Croydon.